Action! Hey, welcome to Talkin' Shit. I'm your host, Eddie Ift. As always, I'm here all the time. I can't leave now. I can't not do it. And I'm here with Machete, who's always here, and Chi-Chi, who's now been here a lot. He's not missing. And Cody, who's doing a very good job, Cody. Even though your ears still scare the fuck out of me. They scare the shit out of me. They really do. It's really creepy. No, I don't care about the girl you work with. He looks like somebody shot slugs through his ears. Anyway, I'm here. I've got a guest, Andy Ruther. Is that correct, Andy? Did I say it right?
Ruther, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like Baby Ruth.
Okay.
Just with an ER.
But with an ER. And Andy, Andy had a Mexican grandma with massive fake tits shit on him during anal sex when he was 24. That's all I want to hear about.
This is a great way to start.
Let's open with that.
I mean, you want the full story of how I met this chick?
Well, when you say Mexican grandmother, that means she could be like 30.
Well, she was like, I was 24. She was like 44. She was like 20 years older than me.
Great grandmother.
So I met her. I was living in Vegas at the time, actually.
Why?
Eddie, no, I was.
Why?
Oh, why? Oh, I thought
Why does
you
anyone
said,
live
I thought you
there?
were like, I don't know. I went to school in St. Louis and
Where'd you go to school?
St. Louis University.
Okay, very good school.
Yeah, thank
Smart
you.
kids. Smart
Thank
kids.
you.
Or wait, that's Washington University,
they're both-
not St. Louis. Take that back. Take it
No,
back.
they're both good.
Take it back.
Wash U's the better school. But in St. Louis, they call it Wash Jew,
Okay.
which I don't think people know about.
Are you
across the
Jewish?
country. I'm not Jewish, no.
Okay, because if you were, you couldn't be here. I'm just kidding. half the crew here is Jewish. Shane is.
They totally
That's
look
why he's doing
Jewish.
Hanukkah shit right now. That's why Shane is not here. He's like a secret Jew. He thinks the Holocaust is still happening, so he hides that he's Jewish. Jesse, who's never here, is Jewish. I act like I'm Jewish. And is anyone else in the crew Jewish?
What's your nationality?
I'm German. I killed the Jews.
Okay, I'm German too.
Oh wow, we could
So
get
I'm
together.
saying we'll get along.
You have a Hitler haircut.
That's actually when I went to Floyd's. I was like, "Give me the Hitler haircut," and I just got rid of. I did the stupid Movember thing
Did you do the Hitler?
at the last
At
night.
the end, everyone always does
At
it
the
at the
end,
show.
I was like, "How's it gonna look?" And then I wanted to tweet some things out, and I just wanted to be like, "Happy Hanukkah." And actually, a few comedians were like, "Dude, that's so douchey. You can't do that." I was like, "I'm not even gonna mention the mustache."
I had a Hitler mustache. That might be your food, guys. The guys had food delivered. You didn't order it? Not yet. What are you gonna do? Machete hasn't eaten. I'm worried. Oh, look who's here! You said you weren't coming. I thought you had Hanukkah stuff. Shane Wylde is here. He's our half a Jew. Andy here, our guest, is part Hitler. Look at that hair. And he just waved us. You guys just both sig-heiled each other. That's not right. You know, I have a lot of problems in Hollywood, like a lot of people rejecting me, and I think secretly behind my back they're all like, isn't that the guy that does way too many Jewish and Mexican and black jokes? And
Well, I've always said they don't even need to run movie creds anymore, Eddie. It just needs to say every movie, this all was done by Jews.
Well, I don't know about that because there's a whole Irish faction of Hollywood too. The David Kelly group is a giant group of Irish people that, and I think they I think they try to ostracize as many people as I think they play the Catholic game or something, which is even creepier.
I could fit in with that maybe. I went to Catholic schools my whole life.
I did too, but I don't believe in any of that shit. I would say
I don't either. Does anybody really out here?
The truth is of the best religion of all, I believe, is Judaism because they don't recruit and they really don't. I don't think many of them believe in God, and it's more of a nationality.
I was like, it's not even. It's a total nationality.
Yeah, that's what it is. And the religious aspect of it is like, oh yeah, by the way, we got to go to temple once a year. But back to you having a grandmother shit on you while you're having anal sex. Let's get back to that story.
All right, so here's how I first met this grandma. I was in Vegas. I was visiting my first trip ever to LA. Actually, I was partying down in Hermosa with a buddy at where was it?
Sharky's. I knew that was coming.
The old Sharky's though, before it burned down.
In El Porto. That's more near El Porto, where I surfed this week. That was full of great white sharks.
But no, the one in Hermosa. There used to be another shark.
Down by the pier.
Yeah.
Oh, it burned down.
It burned down.
Insurance fraud.
I know. Well, I don't know. It used to be a lot. It wasn't like now. It's like two stories, and it's
now no stories.
Yeah, well now it's
It burned down.
Well, I'm saying like now it's like it's more hip now. When I went there, I'm like meeting girls I can have anal sex with, right?
Right.
Now it's
it's hand jobs.
Yeah, now it's
Till you
like
meet their dad.
some white girl who's gonna be like, oh no, I can't do this the first date. Where I'm like, no, I want the girl who's just gonna shit on me.
Yeah, those are hookers.
Yes.
Machete will tell you all about it. Red Page is where he goes. Redbook.
What's Redbook?
Well, we'll tell you right now. We're going to Google it. Cody will look it up. Let's go to Redbook and see if we can find a hooker that'll shit on him for Andy. And I'm wondering why I can't get a job in Hollywood anymore.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you probably haven't actually been shat on. So
no, I've never been shat on. Thank God. Wait, that's questionable. Have I ever been shat on? I'm wondering if like an animal's ever shat on me. You shat yourself? I've shat myself. I don't like saying shat. Let's go back to shit. Talking shat. Let's change the name of the show. We're talking shat with Andy Ruther. That should be the name of your show.
By the way, you know what's funny, Eddie? My whole I have 4 brothers. They're all married. My sister-in-laws. Everyone knows this story, but of course my parents don't because they would just be
mortified.
Like I grew up strict Catholic. They would just be so offended.
You think, and then your dad would be like, "Where's this bar?" That's how it always is.
Yeah, no shit.
You don't really know your dad. Is this it, Machete? This is the site. Okay. While we keep talking, Cody, could you do me a favor and see if you can find a hooker that'll let you shit on her?
So this is like the Tinder.
Wait. I take that back. Find a hooker that will shit on you, not one that you shit on. And just see what the going rate is for that, because I'm going to show you could have saved money. First one does it.
It's kind of like a Yelp for hookers.
For hookers.
Yelp for hookers.
Oral specialist, you're new.
So I use Tinder. This is way cooler than Tinder.
Yeah, this you might as well just.
Well, you're not paying for it.
This girl's giving you $100 special. I wonder. Excuse me. If I could get in trouble for advertising for a prostitute site on here, I don't want to get arrested, but we're reviewing this site. That's all we're doing. We're saying, oh look, she's what? She's in Woodland Hills. Shane, you got some furry hair going on right now. Where's Kenton?
He's sick.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. I think he has bronchitis.
Oh, he's so gay. Speaking of gay, tell us about your. Well, that wasn't gay. Tell us how the Mexican. Go on in the story.
Well, here's what happened. Essentially, I meet her down there.
Uh-huh.
I was with 2 other of my buddies, and we were staying at another buddy's down there. And I brought her back, and my buddy was really anal. Not a good choice of words. Anyway, I took her to his office because he worked out at home.
Right.
And I'm just like.
So you took him to his home, but his office in his home.
Yes, essentially, Eddie. So I'm like railing her in his office, and then I'm like, and then she's like, well, let's go back.
Weren't you making love?
Yes, it was sweet, dirty love. I mean, this woman would just. I was like, she would have fucked anybody.
Right.
I was just like the little fucking cute guy she thought at the bar, and they're just like
that agreed with the Hitler haircut.
Yeah.
And did she agree to? The first guy that said yes.
It was like.
Did you hit on her? Did she hit on you?
From what I had been drinking all day. From what I remember, I'd let her shit on me maybe. She's pretty hot.
We're looking at girls on Redbook. Do not post Redbook on our site because I think we'll get in trouble.
Wait. What was her name? Yummy
Yamber Night.
I like how they just list everything. I mean, this is a great site. Like my mind is blown that I could just be lonely one night and I'm like, well, fuck Pornhub tonight. I'm gonna go on Redbook and just
talk to Machete. He's Have you reviewed Machete? Did you write a review of your experience?
Nah, I could have, but I didn't.
So you used this before?
Yeah, I used it. I had a friend of mine who recommended it to me. I used it once, and that's the only time I've ever used it. But
did you use protection?
What, like you're talking about my? Oh no, yeah, of course. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know. I was like, I was like, oh, did you like take all the proper precautions not to get caught? That's what I thought you were referring to.
No, I was
like,
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, totally, man. I made sure it was clear.
He looked around both corners when she knocked on the door.
That's sweet. But yeah, I don't really review things for.
I think I've heard though that the way to get a hooker and you can't ever get in trouble is that you get the hooker and then you say to her, "Hey, I have a gift for you." Or I wanted to buy you something, or like you buy them a gift. It's the same way you can scalp tickets, where you sell like a hat.
Okay, that makes sense.
And you sell a hat online. You go, hey, I've got this 1980 Steelers hat for sale for $650, and with it are 2 playoff tickets.
So it's all essentially just the verbiage, the semantics.
Yeah, it's all semantics.
One of the things I made sure, I was like, okay, if she mentions everything, we're like, all right, where's the money? We're gonna fuck. Yeah. I was like red flag, like obviously.
Sure,
yeah.
So if you use all these cool like, oh, don't worry, like if you just use all these like analogies or euphemisms, and you know what I mean, you can get around.
See, I would be awful at that. I would just be like, can I stick my dick inside you? And they'd be like, all right, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking soliciting a prostitute. You're fucking arrested, you dumb fuck. I'm like, what?
I was thinking the cops were going to bust down any minute.
So how could you enjoy it thinking that?
Well,
like
because
the anxiety.
Well,
now how does this work? She comes to your place?
Well, I went over to her. She was at this Holiday Inn. And
classy. Was it a Holiday Inn Express?
It was.
Okay.
It was.
I like the Express.
Yeah, it was
Express is nice.
I started to like it after that night too. But I was very nervous while going there. But once I was in and she was using code and she was like, whatever.
She knew how to do it.
Yeah, she knew how to do it. So it made me feel comfortable.
She was a professional escort.
You know what?
Is there any chance we can look at her?
I don't know.
Do you remember her name?
No. I don't.
That's the best way.
Yeah. I can't. Shit. Who knows? But she said she was in town just from Vegas or something.
Did you only get to go one round?
I got a couple rounds in. It was.
Did you really?
It was a long story. It was kind of weird because like I knew that if you did like I took a little bit of cocaine with me.
He came prepared. He had like you looked up like the fucking hooker
etiquette.
The hooker, yeah, the hooker. Like, what do I need? The hooker starter package.
Basically,
like, what do I need to bring to make this woman efficient with me?
Yeah, she's the one who brought it up, which is great. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, cool. I don't have to be like, so you want to do some blow, like
sure.
But so she
I'm shocked by the way that a hooker.
Meanwhile,
would do cocaine.
while you guys are doing this, Shane is talking to Cody over there, going close up, get closer on that one. Let me see her email.
Yeah, you know what's great?
There's no way that girl's showing up. Your girl showed up though. It was
no. Well, I went to her, and the one thing is like there's a certain way that you can find ratings on here, like stars,
right?
Kind of like Yelp. You know what I mean? So you see how many stars they are,
and it's probably more legit than Yelp. Yelp's bullshit, by the way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I didn't write a review though, but I should have. But
by the way, I love the review. It's just like the same thing on porn, like the comments underneath the videos. Whereas, like, I don't want to look at it, but if I, like, start beating off, I start looking at the comments, and it turns into, like why am I reading the fucking Siskel and Ebert review of this thing? Just beat off.
Well, wait a minute. I have never, ever stayed on a website after I've finished. I'm off that so quickly and back to checking emails.
No. I'm talking, like, before I get going. I'm not, like... I don't get done. I'm like, oh, let's hear what Tom C. from Idaho has to say about this girl.
Yeah, it's kind of gross knowing that you shared with all those other people. I used to live in a house an apartment in New York City with 5 other guys, and we had a 2-story apartment, and it was a railroad apartment. Like we made rooms in the apartment, like we'd turn like a living room into 2 bedrooms. Build a wall. There were all these walls built, so you had to walk through my room to get to the next room, through the next room to get to the back room. The back room was called the Cave. My friend John lived in there. We ended up calling it the Spank Tank because he had a TV. This is how long ago. We're talking 97. He had a TV with the built-in VCR into the TV.
Oh, that's great.
And he had the one porno tape in the building, like in the apartment in there. And the big joke was that like wherever you pressed play on it, is where the last guy came.
Oh, that's so...
So you knew exactly what it was. So one day I go in his room, and he used to hate... He'd call me from work because I didn't have a job. I was a comedian. They were all working, and they were all Wall Street guys. And he'd call me. He'd be like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. He goes, where are you? And I'm like, I'm in your room. He's like, get the fuck out of there. because he knew that's what everybody went to his room to do this. So one day I hit play, and what comes up on this porno is just a chick with a strap on just fucking this guy in the ass. And I go, whoa, whoa, whoa. So that night we're all at home like eating dinner, and all the guys are in the apartment. I go, roommate meeting.
Let's get to the bottom of
I
this.
go, I need to know who was the last guy in the spank tank, because I pressed play on the computer, or I mean on the VCR, and it was a chick just banging a dude in the ass with a dildo. And all of a sudden, this one dude, a roommate of ours called Mad Dog, goes, I can explain.
Of course, it was the guy named Mad Dog, too.
And I go, Mad Dog used to wet the bed. He used to have to sleep on the floor because he wet the bed so much. Mad Dog goes, I can explain. And I go, what? He goes, I was having a good time in there. I was watching the porn, and all of a sudden that came on, and I had to shut it off. And I go, whoa, whoa, whoa. It was like 30 pumps in.
That's a suspect story if there is one.
And I said, no, you are into that. That was creepy. Yeah, he would hook up with chicks and like piss the bed, and the chick would like every girl we knew that knows, she's like, oh my God, he pissed my fucking bed.
Well, that's a good way to get him out, though.
Yeah, it's true.
But you never fuck him again.
True. Now let's get back to you in Vegas, and now you're in Manhattan Beach.
I'm in Hermosa.
Hermosa.
So anyway, I'm at my buddy's place, banging this chick on the like in his office in his apartment.
Yeah.
One of those like 3 or 4 bedroom.
Was she horrible? Scale 1 to 10.
I'd give her a 6. My brothers might differ because she ended up sending me these weird like bikini pics.
And
like,
they liked her?
No, they were like, dude, Andy's just a dirty fuck.
Yeah.
Like
Are you the filth? Are you the black sheep of the family?
Oh, hands down. I mean, they called me when I was in a frat in college. They called me Dirty Dog. They're
Okay.
like, this guy's just gonna
Okay.
get drunk and just fuck anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried to move on past that. Luckily, L.A. the girls are hot out here.
Yeah.
So you can
That's arguable.
But I'm saying you can somewhat move on. Like, you know how it is. I mean,
Yeah, they're fake.
the girls in Missouri.
Yeah. No, Missouri girls, there's like random weird hot ones.
No, there's a lot of hot ones. But I'm just saying, the odds if let's say if I'm hammered here versus if I'm hammered like in Missouri, Ohio, or something, the odds of me fucking like a disgusting chick are way higher. Would you not agree with that? No.
That's a hard question. Yeah. There's.
Don't get me wrong. The chicks out here are all cunts. I mean,
It's easier. You're right. Yeah, because every hot chick in the world moves to LA thinking they're going to be a star.
you know what somebody told me, Eddie, when I first moved out here? They said, I don't know if I believe this. They said, if you took the hottest 2 chicks, remember high school in the country, that's the girls in LA.
Yeah, it's true because
Which I think is a good analogy.
because they all moved out here thinking they were going to be a star.
Yeah.
and they didn't realize that.
And then they ended up on Redbook.
Yeah.
.com, sucking machete off in a Holiday Inn Express.
Who would have thought the homecoming queen?
Rachel, you were so cute. You were so cute 10 years. What do you do? 10 years ago, what do you do now? I blow random Mexicans in Holiday Inn Express.
You know, the back of her yearbook page said, "You're gonna do great things one day."
You're going to be the next Meryl Streep, Holly.
She's snorting coke off Machete's part on his head.
You got to love it. Don't you just love it how it turns from like
Yeah.
the
I really do feel like if you're a dude and you want to bang some hot chicks, like, and you can't come to Hollywood, because the girls lose all their self-esteem when they get here, because they're so hot a lot of times, and they get here and they didn't realize that they were the hot girl in school, and all of a sudden they're not.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
they're one of a million.
Yeah.
Until all of a sudden they're just crushed mentally. And then they just want somebody to tell them they're great. And most dudes will in Hollywood. And then they will just walk away in a second to the next girl because there's just a hot girl right next to them.
Sure.
So it's I feel like it's bad for it's like it's fucked up for women. It's easy for guys. It's a really bad place for women.
Oh, it's awful. This town will just break you.
Oh no,
break
he's
you
here
down.
early. Oh fuck.
Am I early?
Christopher Wylde is here early.
I can go fuck a homeless person and come back.
Get him on. Get him on. You're on. You're doing 2 episodes tonight. Don't try to get out of this. Andy Ruther is in the middle of telling us a story about a fat Mexican grandmother that shat
She
on him
wasn't
while
fat,
he was
Eddie.
having anal
What's
sex.
going on, man?
So I'm not on the CrossFit podcast.
No, you're not. But I just did CrossFit today.
Yeah, you look great.
Thanks. Chris Wylde, everybody, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Machete.
Machete fucked a hooker that he got off Redbook.
Yeah, we're talking about that too. I mean,
Whoa! Those are some new Supras.
What is a Redbook?
the best site ever.
Isn't that where you go to the grocery store and you get a DVD?
That's Red Box.
Ironic.
Which would be more apropos for that, wouldn't
more
it?
accurate, right?
Yes, much better. Would you like a beer?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Could I have one, please? So we have cameras now. You're being filmed.
Oh, whoa, GoPro?
So you have to move while you're talking.
And it's
just
pretty
do
advanced
this.
cameras.
Yeah, aren't they?
I'm going to do like a Beastie Boys video style.
By the way, have you seen the video of the sharks in El Porto?
Yes, you sent me the fucking video of the fucking sharks in the Porto, brah. You also told me not to talk about surfing on the show because you have statistics of people dialing out and tuning to Joe Rogan's podcast. Where's the black chick who got
Tiffany?
shot?
Oh, my wife?
Where's Miss Pat?
Miss Pat's going to be at the party
All
tomorrow.
right. Oh, my wife's going to be at the party
Your
tomorrow.
wife's coming
Yeah,
to the party. I
she's
want your
coming. We
wife
got a
to meet my
babysitter.
wife. We'll do that, and then we can avoid them.
Yeah, no, they can sit together in the back where we put people in
No,
different
but like
races.
in the future, we can get away. We can run away
Yes.
together.
I'd like that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Now, Andy, finish your story.
God, I was just getting started. So I'll break it down quickly. I made a rookie move. I ended up going back to her hotel room.
This is in Hermosa, your stomping grounds.
South Bay.
Yeah, South Bay.
All right, so you're down at that shit show, the pier or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
I'm
Yep.
down there, Chris. and
Sharkies before it burned down.
Before it burned down.
Okay. Oh, pre-burned down.
Pre-burned
shark.
down.
Pre-insurance fraud.
Okay.
And I was feeling good because the night, actually, I didn't mention this. I just got in town the night before, and I like totally raw dogged some Australian. So I was feeling good. I'm like, let's go back to Sharkies. Then I'm like, this
You're
is
going to hit round 2.
I'm like, this is a good little 2-night stay here,
Yeah.
and you know,
You're in the zone.
South Bay. Let's get some diseases while we're here.
Sure.
So
Or give some.
very true.
You know what I mean? Some of these gals may not be diseased. You get in there, you give them some fresh
That's
ones.
right.
Yeah.
You know, spread the wealth in L.A. via Vegas. You know, so essentially we ended up back at her room, and that's when she was just like,
Wait. You were in your friend's office. Now
yeah,
you're back.
But then she was like, let's relocate. My buddies were like in the other room, and you know, I was like, I don't want to deal with these guys. They're like
Right.
waking up and shit. I'm like, let's go back to
known rapists.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the guys I hang out with could have roofies on them. Who
Yeah.
fucking knows with my friends? So we end up back in her hotel room.
By the way, you just gave me. I've always wanted to know this. If any of our fans have ever roofied a girl, please send us an email. You can do it anonymously, like the guy did. Some guy sent me an anonymous email, which I'll read
Just
later.
fess up.
No, they
You're
won't.
not,
They
but
won't.
you're not going to turn anybody in.
No, I know I'm not, but they don't want to do that. But I'm just.
So use an alias.
I want to hear a story because I have people now. Fans always tell me casual crystal meth users tell me their stories.
I did meth.
Have you?
Yes. wait. Is there a thing as casual crystal meth users?
There is.
It's right beside me.
I did it casually.
Like, what does that mean, casual? Like, how many times have you done meth?
I did it a couple times. Back then, we called it Crystal. Okay.
This is pre-Breaking Bad,
It's
right?
pre-Breaking Bad. Back when Aaron Paul and I used to go out for the same roles. And it's true.
Look just like them.
And like literally, we called it Crystal. And I remember doing it going. Like it was not. I was like, let's get some blow. Let's get some special
Really, I
K.
heard it's like a whole day of blow.
I didn't smoke it, which was my first mistake. I snorted it, and like it didn't do anything. I mean, I obviously was fucked up, but like it wasn't my cup of tea. Thank God. Like in hindsight,
yeah.
Thank God. you
But
know?
I have this theory that like when people say, "Oh, meth ruined his life," something else was going to.
no, you had to fall madly in love with
Yeah, whatever it is,
Meth.
it's not the drug, it's the person.
what's the person.
Yeah, it's not the.
We called it Crystal. It was cute. Crystal.
I mean, there's a reason.
That's how Superman found out about his father with some crystals.
All right, here's the email that a guy sent anonymously. He said, so his name doesn't matter. He said, James Hunt, Dear Eddie, I've been listening since episode 1. I'm in the category, came for Jim, stayed for Eddie. And I can honestly say the show gets better and better, so I thought I'd send you. Okay, I wrote this part.
Read between the lines. This is Jason Hour.
When I started listening to you, I had just been made redundant. That's, fired.
Right. Cubicle
for my
talk.
job. Yeah, that's a British thing. So this guy's probably from Britain. I'd gone from making an all-right wage to nothing. I applied for a lot of jobs at an equal level at what I was used to, but I didn't get any of them. I then realized that I had to start at the bottom again. So I took a low-paying job and worked my ass off. At this point,
from the bottom, now we here.
At this point, you're probably expecting me to say that I worked my way from the bottom to the top, and now I'm running the company.
Started from the bottom, now the whole crew is
Drake.
here.
And I've done this through hard work. Not quite. After 2 years of doing every shite job, we know where
So
he's
British.
from.
So British.
The email address is .uk.
That was given to me. I hadn't progressed at all, and I wanted something better for myself. So I looked at my options. I could either carry on working hard in my job or go to a university and get a degree and hope for the best. I didn't like the idea of either of these, so I decided to get drunk. Been from
Sincerely, Daniel Radcliffe.
Being from Northern England, I know how to drink properly.
He is from England.
Yeah. I know how to drink properly, and I went on a 2-day bender. On my second day of the piss,
I found the podcast.
I overheard two guys having a conversation. Both guys were wearing expensive suits and looking the dog's bollocks. One of the guys said a phrase which
Which
embedded
is a British term for looking nice.
yes, and dog's balls.
What a dumb culture.
Dude, they really do say the dumbest shit, right?
Yeah. Cunt is a term of affection.
I mean, seriously.
oh, merry holidays, mother, you cunt. And that's like a term of endearment.
One of the guys said a phrase which embedded itself in my conscience. He said, "There's two ways to get ahead in life. You can either work hard and get to the top, or lie your way to the top." So that's what I did.
Don't you have any French literature that could bore me? You could read.
Here's where it goes. This is getting
This is
good.
the longest fucking story. This is like a Dickens novel.
Jeez, you're a
Now
new
that
guy
you have
and you're getting cocky.
now that you have cameras, it's insanely well lit in here. So I have a very bullshit tolerance low level.
Here's where it gets good.
Well,
The next day,
it hasn't yet.
The next day, I completely rewrote my CV resume for all you Yanks. I created a fake senior role, which I had at a fake company, which had now ceased trading. I bought the domain name, built the website for it, created fake LinkedIn accounts for colleagues. I read every bit of information, watched every YouTube video I could find on the role, which I
And he
held.
said, "Here's where it gets good," and he was lying. I don't even think that shit was foreshadowing. I think he meant to say, "Here's where it continues to be bullshit." Yo!
I created business plans, sales records, training records, everything else I could think of. I even went as far as buying 3 SIM cards
Noosa. Oh, Noosa. Come, Noosa.
for my 3 fake bosses, got 3 complete strangers to record answering phone messages from me so that when my future employer called for references, they'd be able to leave a message.
Is this the roofie story? How is this a roofie story?
I'm confused. Wait, I didn't know what we were talking about.
No.
At this point,
This is a guy who's admitted to total fucking fraud. Like, he now runs the
But
company.
you asked for a roofie story.
No, I want a roofie story.
Oh, so you asked a fraud story?
No, I didn't even ask for this. This
He's
guy
just
just
sending-
fucking
he's just
volunteered
purging?
this.
I like how you're like his priest. He's just confessing to you.
Here's what he said.
all this weird
Whatever
shit.
boring cunt said cheaters don't prosper obviously never realized how much fun lying your way to the top is. And he said, P.S. I made this email account this morning. It's not connected to anything
P.S.
else.
If you're listening and you want Eddie to read your entire long-winded bullshit email, just start with "came for Jim and stayed with Eddie." If you say "came for Jim and stayed for Eddie," he'll read your bullshit on air. He'll send you $100 in a T-shirt. Machete will come to your house.
And fuck you and give you
It's
coke.
so intensely well lit in here with these cameras.
We have to.
I get it. I don't have to like it.
All right. Well, we got to get.
What's happening?
We got to bring out those sunken in eyes.
Dreamboat eyes.
Can
is what
we?
you meant to
All
say.
right. So what I'm saying is, I want to hear somebody that has roofied a girl, and I want you to tell us the story. You don't have to give us
So
your
frat
name.
kids, if you're listening,
Okay. Now
I've never roofied. I've never been roofied.
I think I was roofied at Townhouse once.
Really?
But I don't know if I want to get into it. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go back to you
by
getting.
Daniel Radcliffe.
We started this story 2 hours ago, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it. God damn it!
All right, so now this is a hooker story in Hermosa Beach?
No, we picked
it's
up
a
some fat
hotel?
Mexican
No, 'cause
grandmother.
She was like, I was like 24 at the time. She was
A grandmother.
She was like 43, like big fake tits, like great body, like just clearly she's a grandma because technically her daughter was my age.
C-sections all over the place.
Yeah,
She was a
probably.
GILF.
She was a GILF.
Okay.
So essentially, then we ended up in her hotel room, which I'm thinking at the time,
Why does she have a hotel room?
I don't know
Was
where
she
was
staying
from.
at Shade?
It was kind of a seedy hotel.
It wasn't Shade. Shade's lovely.
Okay, yeah,
It is.
but
Very
she didn't.
nice.
She didn't
We're
mention.
getting one in Redondo. I'm very excited. Go on.
Here's what she didn't mention: that her friend was there too.
That her dick was hard
She
and
forgot
it
to
needed some sucking.
She
from
forgot to
your
mention the
ass
training
mouth.
part too.
Okay.
So
What? I'm sorry, what?
Whoa.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
We both perked up with that one.
I'm sorry, what?
There's multiple facets to this story. So anyway, we go back to her room, her friend's there.
There we go.
That's when she's like, okay, I want to get ass fucked.
Who are you,
essentially.
Shane Wow? These are your stories.
And
Yeah, what are you at a camp
I'm like,
with your mother?
I'll just never forget. I'm ass fucking her, and the bed is just moving, and her friend is like passed out, just like
So hot.
just shaking because she's just there. I'm like, is she gonna wake? But I don't care at the time. I'm hammered.
You had me at passed out.
And then and then she's going like ass to mouth, like it's her job.
Sure.
Wait, your ass, her mouth?
You're in her ass, and then she went to her mouth.
Yeah.
Wait, whose mouth is with whose?
Her mouth.
Her mouth.
Her
Her
mouth
mouth
on her
ass.
ass.
My
That's
dick,
incredible.
my dick and her, and I'm talking like, like it was nothing. I don't even remember if I was wearing rubbers at this point.
Speaking
I'm
of which, I tried to
sure
write a Twitter today that was too long.
You're in Hermosa Beach. You don't know how to wear a rubber.
But I said, has any guy ever tried to fuck his own asshole and clench his butt cheeks that he tightens onto the head of the cock and then stand on his head and somebody grab the dick then like a handle and carry him like a suitcase?
How quickly did Swartzen reply? So like he's like boys with Aaron Rodgers, whatever. So Aaron Rodgers is
the Green Bay Packer quarterback.
yes, and it's a big thing because Nick is this diehard Vikings fan, and like they're like, oh, Swartzen's a traitor. So Rodgers was at a Clippers game sitting courtside, and I was like, your boy A-Rod.
Whoa! Don't say courtside, and then you're like,
He was courtside. Aaron Rodgers was
where are
courtside.
you at the Clippers games?
I was not courtside for that game, so I texted Nick.
Do you
I
have
was like,
season tickets or do you move around?
I move around. So I
Can
used
you
to have
explain-
season tickets, but now I move around.
Wait, are you a sponsored person now? Like you get free tickets?
I mean, my sponsor would be frowning me drinking as much as I've been. So I text Nick. I go, your boy A-Rod is sitting courtside at the Clippers like a baller. And Nick's reply was, go suck yourself off. But lovingly. What was his exact reply? I think it was go suck it. He is a huge...
Did you just tell that story to drop Nick Swartzen's name?
Well, because everything he says is I want to unhinge my hips and give myself a blowjob. Every single tweet is that. I want to see what his exact text was.
Yeah, every guy's had that talk.
Yeah,
like,
suck
would you
yourself
suck,
off.
Would you suck your?
I wouldn't be here right
suck your
now.
own dick,
No,
would
you
you
know
do
what?
it?
I'd be so good at
And
sucking
then everybody said, "Well, what happens when you fucking come? What are you gonna fucking do?"
in
No,
my own
here-
mouth and
here's the
drink
thing.
it down.
Here's the thing. Everybody goes, that's
Spit it on my own fucking tits and then lick it off my own tits.
people go.
I would go ass to mouth on me all the time.
I watch my dog's still doing it right
If
now.
I could suck my own dick, I'd be sucking your guys' dicks because I'd be so good at it. As friends, I'd want to share my ability with you.
People go, it's really gay, but you give yourself a hand job. That's
Constantly.
yeah, it's the same thing.
I'm getting horny now talking about it.
I might have to head upstairs for a minute.
Don't just put a pillow over it and do what you got to do.
Think about Nick Swartzen and Aaron Rodgers.
Go behind Charlie
By the way,
Brown's Christmas tree over
Can
there.
I address something stupid? Why do they call him? You can't call him A-Rod has A-Rod, right?
Yeah, you gotta call me a Raj.
Now, when you went to
Is
the
that
Christmas
weird?
tree store, did you get roofied and came home with that fucking thing?
Do not make fun of her Christmas tree.
It is-
She'll stab you with the star.
It's so tall and skinny. It's anemic. It's
Oh,
like
she's
Ethiopian
gonna kill you.
Christmas.
She's gonna kill you.
If she
They
loved
don't,
you,
they,
don't
don't, they don't
understand.
celebrate
if she
Christmas
loved you,
over
she
there.
wouldn't be listening.
If
If she respected you,
she loved
she
me,
wouldn't be
if
listening.
she loved me, she would have got me a better Christmas tree.
That Christmas tree is weak.
What do you? What are you
Don't
supposed
get
to
me wrong. I enjoy Christianity. I want everyone to have their Christmas trees out and rub their Christianity in everyone's faces. But that is a weak Christmas tree. It's it's like a leg. It's like a hairy green leg.
What? She said it fits perfectly. in
You
the
know what
corner.
else would fit perfectly in the
it's
corner?
aesthetic, right?
A nice Christmas
A
tree.
thimble.
That's you could put a real tree in the corner.
I bet your hooker would fit perfectly in that corner.
Machete, how much did your hooker weigh?
Yeah. What would she look like?
She was all right. I mean, like
Did you go on top of her?
How much? What was the rate?
200
Plus Coke.
plus some blow.
Now you can't do blow, right? Because then your dick doesn't work. Or are you some sort of
It
superhuman?
worked. No, I'm superhuman.
I never doubted it for a second. I never doubted it.
Were you on top at all?
At one point I was, yeah.
Machete's dick is bigger than that Christmas tree on blow. That's all I'm saying. You should give that Christmas tree some blow.
Did you worry about crushing her and then having to get a dead hooker out?
Well, no, that was actually part of the turn on, really.
Where were you?
Did I go to-
Vegas?
Holiday Inn Express.
Yeah.
That should be their new commercial.
So you
Well, I
got that
gotta-
free breakfast?
Yeah. Did you have to get her? That's a good point. Now, was that included?
He wasn't
she was
there for
staying
her.
She was staying there.
I love
That's right.
I love the Christmas tree, Mrs. Ift. I'm sorry. Now back to Machete's hooker.
No, we're on.
I'm sorry. Machete was saying
We're on Andy Ruther's Mexican that shit on him.
Oh, what? She shit on you?
I just ruined the punchline, but I told it earlier.
Well, at least we
That's how
got
Eddie-
to it eventually.
That's how Eddie started the fucking show. He's like, "Hey, here's my guest, Andy Ruther. A Mexican grandma shot on him. Welcome, everybody." Like, what the fuck?
Okay, so she's going ass to mouth like crazy, like it's going out of style.
I'm gonna just fucking do the cliff notes on this shit. So
Too late.
Yeah, I know.
Do you notice he has Hitler hair?
She did.
Yeah, dude. For the holidays. Well, they're doing that new Sound of Music live.
Wouldn't it be great if the Hitler haircut and mustache came back? Anything could happen.
Sure. If you
I've
believe,
never
believe in
had
Christmas.
it called the Hitler haircut, but now I'm just gonna roll with that. I'm actually gonna get a haircut tomorrow at Floyd's, I'm just gonna be like, don't take off too much on the Hitler haircut.
Yeah.
Just everyone's so fucking sensitive out here.
And
Right.
make them shave. The
So do you
Hitler
go to
mustache.
Hermosa Beach, Floyd's?
No, I live. I'm like a neighbor. I live.
Oh, okay.
He lives literally a block away, and he drove here.
Nice. Very LA. Very LA. Where's the Floyd's in Venice?
There's one on Lincoln.
Okay, Lincoln.
Lincoln.
My Floyd's is an extension. It's on the one, not what we call it the PCH by where it is.
Are you down in South Bay?
Yes, sir. We're down to a beach.
Right near Sharky's, where you met the Mexican that shit on you. Now finish.
So God, geez.
Now,
so,
did she finish? Did you finish?
No. She didn't. Here's the thing. I ended up fucking her again. This was my juvenile mistake. She didn't shit on me that night. She came to Vegas.
There was a
Whoa,
second
whoa!
night.
You brought
was a
grandma to
second
Vegas.
night?
No, I didn't bring her. This is a 24-year-old where like this is where my brothers were like, hey, fucking dumb shit. You got to keep some girls to one night stand. Like that's their pep talk, and I'm like, yeah, I fucking learned the hard way when she shat on me.
On night 2.
What she was like visiting like a month later.
So you guys
You
were
gave her your
technically
phone
dating.
number.
Yeah,
They were a couple.
I was an idiot.
He was.
Yeah.
He was a.
Changes high five.
He was in a relationship.
Our
with
Facebook status was couple for sure in a relationship.
He was in a relationship with Selena's mother, and she shit all over him, and not metaphorically like my wife shits on me. She literally shit on you.
Selena ruined that.
She
movie.
literally-
Spring Breakers. She ruined
Gomez.
Yeah,
I was talking about the original Selena.
Oh, the original, the one.
Selena.
Yeah, I knew
This
which
one named
the
Selena.
one J Lo played.
Yes.
Right?
Which gave us J Lo.
Oh God.
Thank God.
Yeah, I'm talking about that one with the.
All right,
big
so you
pie
are now
face.
you're now dating this fucking quinceañera hostess.
I
That
yes.
one, by the way, shit on Bieber.
That's the same one. Shot on Bieber.
Yeah,
I wonder what he had to pay for that.
Yeah.
So you're dating this old Mexican
You're
woman.
dating.
So she comes
Were
out
you
like a few months.
fake
babysitting her
tits.
grandchildren?
She comes out like a few months later, and she texts me.
Oh, she came out?
How old was her grandchild? Like 14.
No, like she's Mexican, so I'm sure. I don't know. They fucking start having kids at like 12.
Sure, we've got a whole room full
Yeah.
of them. Why don't you just offend them all?
Well,
But all 3 of these guys are grandfathers.
Machete
Maybe-
got the hooker for him and his grandchild. Actually.
Sure.
It was a fucking tag team combo.
Tag team back again. Record a check it a let's begin. All right, so you are
So Chris,
fucking
essentially,
a Mexican grandmother.
So she comes out and she
You're in a
texts me,
relation.
and I'm an idiot. I go pick her up from the strip. She's dressed like a complete. Speaking of hooker, I was like embarrassed to pick her up. She had like this tank top, just wife beater, and just these
Did it
short
say
shorts.
"Suns out, guns out"?
I mean, she had.
Does she want that tank top?
She just looks like a total fucking
I have it in
hooker,
every color.
right?
Right.
So I pick her up. I take her back to my place in the
I have
condo.
a feeling this girl
So
looks pretty
You're
good.
living in
She looked
Vegas
alright.
at the time.
Yeah, I lived in Vegas for 2 years before I
Right.
came out here.
Okay.
That's our next story. Go on.
So essentially,
He was Sigfried and Boy.
I'm the one who shut them down, not
Nice.
the fucking tiger.
Nice.
So I bring her
You
back
got
to my.
between the love.
Roy wanted too much money, so meet boy. We are Siegfried und Boy. Meet my boy Adolf.
Never was there a more deserving tiger victim.
Than Siegfried or Roy.
That
I
happened
don't
like
know who-
right when I
don't know.
moved out there too, and
Really?
it was like everyone was so devastated, and I was just, it was weird because they still had.
Don't say it was weird. It was amazing.
It was just
No,
Vegas.
I'm saying it was
man.
weird how people were like, "This is a tragedy," and I'm like, "Fucking, you're a tiger, dude."
Cody, Google. I need some Siegfried and Roy victim photos.
Victim photos. I want Siegfried
Speaking of which-
before, Roy after.
and then we'll get to Paul Walker.
Before. All right, so you're in Vegas. You pick up this cholo
So
You're driving around with Paul Walker.
I pick her up
in your lowrider.
in my fucking lowrider.
Fast and Furious.
Chevy Impala.
I had my Chevy Impala. I take her back to my place. You know, there's no bullshit with her. We're like sit down for maybe one drink, and she's like,
No la cucaracha?
yeah, there's none of this bullshit.
Get in this bedroom and let me shit on you.
Hey, you want me to shit on you tonight?
Hey, you want refried beans all over your face?
I just went to Chipotle. You want to feel it?
All right, so you pick her up,
So
you take her back to your condo in Vegas. It's a huge red flag.
Yeah. So we go up to my room, and I remember
At what point did she rob you?
she instantly, you know, we go in her room, and she instantly just starts blowing me. But then this is the second time. She didn't even want to enter snatch. It was like, we get on the bed, and she instantly goes, "What hoe do you want?" And I was like, "Whoa, you clearly want it in your ass again."
What hole? Oh, hole. But she
Yeah.
said it like, hoe.
D-
Oh, she's not black. Okay, she's Mexican.
She
Right.
can be in the next version of the story.
Yes. And the next version.
Which
she
hole
is-
do you want it in?
Which hole? I was like a little intimidated. I'm like, what? She just wants to go straight.
Oh, yeah,
to the
because
ass.
I have this theory. The only reason we want to fuck girls in the ass is because they don't want it there.
Exactly.
Once they go fuck me in the ass, you're like, ooh, there's
Aw, it's
poo
gross.
in there. There's like poo comes out.
Respect
Here's the
yourself.
thing. I didn't have any problems the first time, right? So-
Somebody's
hygienic.
daughter. Fuck you.
Call your parents.
God, get the fuck out
Go
of
to
here.
rehab, you loser.
Now I'm gonna
I wonder
fuck
what this
your
woman's
best
up to,
friends.
by the way. I sometimes think about like, what is the Mexican grandma who shot at me? What the fuck is she doing? Where are you? What are you doing?
She hung herself, I promise you. Years earlier, maybe days after the story.
Minutes.
I want to hang myself.
I saw this on an episode of CSI Las Vegas.
I want to shit on you and hang myself.
yeah, boy.
These cameras
Cut the
are
camera
fucking
3.
freaking me out. They are freaking me out.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, so you picked.
What happened to the Cliff's Notes version?
You picked hole
I'm
6.
trying to, mother. You're busy doing fucking license to ill shit over
Hey,
here. I can't get to it.
Give him your email to read.
You picked hole 6.
Reread the email.
I went there, and I went there, and it wasn't long when like
It wasn't long.
I started to smell something.
Maybe that's why she wanted it in her ass.
Oh, I get it. That
Thank you,
That was
thank
a
you.
small dick joke.
Well,
Well, you're going for
It's
the.
thick.
You're
It's
going for that
thick.
high fruit.
It's thick like a deli salami. It's just not that long. It's very thick.
I'm just not even gonna finish this ever.
Okay, don't finish it because I want to do an ad for DraftKings.com. This football season, DraftKings.com could be
DraftKings.
crowning you its fantasy football millionaire. The winner of DraftKings Millionaire Grand Final gets $1 million.
Million.
DraftKings, this is new, fun way to play fantasy football. It's one-day fantasy sports, not some drawn-out season-long league. You can win serious cash every week. It's super easy. Just
select the right players, and you could wake up tomorrow morning with hundreds, now thousands, maybe even $1 million in your man purse.
Yep, you get that in your man purse. True story, one guy won $100,000 his very first time. $100,000.
I know that guy.
Everyone knows that
This
guy.
Mexican shit on him.
You beat me to it. I was just gonna say that.
And he was a millionaire, this guy.
We're never getting this ad again. Right now, my listeners get free entry into the Millionaire Grand
Free
Final.
entry, that's what he got.
Enter Eddie. Oh, wait, we got to interrupt this.
He got all
Get
sorts
the
of
delivery
free
guy
entry.
in here.
He got all sorts of
The
free
delivery
entry.
guy from Mal's just showed up. Sit down. Take a microphone.
Come on, seriously.
Join us.
Come on in. Come on in.
We're about to finish a
Come on
great
in.
story.
Come on in. Come on in. We don't give a shit.
He's got 3 deliveries in the car.
Come on. Get it.
Have you ever had a girl shit on you, man?
Have you ever had a Mexican woman in Vegas shit on you? Not yet.
I like how that's like on his bucket list. Not yet.
Not yet.
Give him the
But I
microphone.
did see the Grand Canyon.
Come on. Come sit down for 1 minute.
I can't, guys.
Why not?
Less than a minute, 30 seconds.
Where are you from?
We good, Brazil.
Brazil. What part?
So,
Oh, he'll add $10 to your tip if you come sit down.
I have 3 deliveries. I get
We don't care about your other
Oh,
deliveries.
dude, he's
Our
from
food's
Brazil.
hot.
He's seen way cooler stuff than anything we.
How fired up are you for the Olympics?
Oh, it's like 2 years now.
Yeah.
years.
He's 16. Yeah.
There's just going to be wall-to-wall gay divers.
For sure, it's the second largest.
Trannies
Yeah.
everywhere, right?
Lots of trannies in Brazil,
Did
right?
you hear about the Olympic diver who came out today?
It's a lot of females.
I swear to God, this is
Did he
trending.
have to come out?
I was
Well, I
gonna
mean, it was
say,
obvious.
It would be weird if he said, I fucking like chicks. Wouldn't that be the opposite?
No, it'd be weird if an Olympic diver went in.
I just assume all Olympic athletes are gay,
All.
and then I get shocked when they're straight.
All of them.
Yeah.
Even in
especially
soccer.
Team
Even-
USA
wait,
NBA
hold on.
basketball players. No, this little cute diver British guy who's like a heartthrob, and little tween girls everywhere fell in love with him in London. His name is I don't know. He's trending right now.
Roy?
He just came out today.
Sebastian.
His name is like Hardy or Tom something. Not Tom Hardy. He'll come out later.
Kenton Boswell.
I gotta get this guy. He just
I
this
just
is
have to
huge
say,
news.
When the delivery guy left and you guys were talking, he said that he liked she-males.
He did really.
He said that. He goes, I'm into she-males, and you guys were just talking.
We need to get this motherfucker back on.
I told you.
I have 3 deliveries in a car, but I love a female, and I love it. A $10 tip.
You didn't give him $10.
I will let
Ed.
Adolf shit on me.
And we will do it for the Olympic spirit.
He will get the gold medal in chest shit.
Here's the guy that came out. Oh, really?
What's this
He's
guy's
gay.
name?
Yeah, like,
Who would have
seriously.
known?
Tom Daly. That's why I said. it
Okay,
was
that's
Tom
right. I was
Hardy.
wondering. He was trending all day.
So now I can masturbate to him.
well, yeah.
Of course, he's gay. He's like a 24-pack. He's great. I'd be gay for that smile.
Wow.
I bet. I bet.
Wow.
Just give me a chance.
I
Tom
bet he's
Daly.
been shat on before. I
Just
guarantee
give
it.
me a
Wow.
chance, Tom Daly.
Wow.
You dove into my heart. Now dive that penis into my asshole.
Silence. All right. So, Andy.
I made room for you, Tom. Now get in
Look
there.
at his Speedo. Look how well that fits.
Dude, but seriously, 13-year-old girls were fucking just devastated today. I thought I was going to marry him.
But 13-year-old boys were in heaven.
13-year-old boy was like, it's my first boner, it is. Shine your shoes, governor.
Why does every Brit shine shoes? I love that.
Sweep your chimney, governor. What's this kid's name? He's great looking.
How old is he?
He's very young. He's like 20 or something, or maybe he's past his prime if he's 20.
He's a twink.
I think
He's a total twink.
Yeah. He's definitely a twink. There's no way that
19.
guy, no way that guy's climbing on your back.
Oh, he's a top, right?
No.
You think he's
No.
a bottom?
Oh, that guy's a bottom.
Look at how light he is.
He's a bottom.
He's a bottom.
I think he'd be a top.
He could be a surprise power bottom.
He could be a spinner.
bopping up and down like a buoy.
He could shit on you in a condo in Las Vegas.
He's got such a wide asshole.
Yeah, but his shit would he wouldn't.
It's
he-
like the chunnel.
he wouldn't shit like whatever she was shitting. Like her shit was probably some disgusting.
His
like,
is protein shakes.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She shit him. He was
Actually,
balled up
He looks kind of familiar.
and did like a triple gainer under your chest.
She didn't give me a Cleveland steamer. I love how you turned it and she just shot on my chest suddenly.
Where did she shit?
All over your dick.
But it wasn't everywhere. I started to smell something and I was like, whoa, and I stopped.
This is what happens with butt sex.
So then, no, but here's the best part. So I'm freaking
I
the
know.
fuck out.
I don't know why people think differently.
I was an idiot. I'll never forget. I'll never to the day I die forget just fucking.
Which is crazy because the listener will forget.
But they won't forget that letter I read.
Oh my god.
So I was in a cubicle, I became redundant. I swept a chimney, I made up a LG, as you American blokes say, senior position, all that, top. All right, so you start smelling some poop, and you're like,
I turn on the
"Something's up."
light. Fucking.
Turn on the light. That was your first mistake.
Yeah, you don't ever do that. Clean the dick first.
Oh man. Well then that image of pulling
On the
off
period,
condom,
on the poo,
Oh.
you clean the dick.
It wasn't like everywhere, but I'm freaking out. And the laundry room was right next. And I'm taking my sheets and I'm throwing.
It's like
it
a
in.
banana split. You got
Yeah.
the chocolate, you got the strawberry.
But here's and
You
I'm like,
wore a
I'm like,
condom?
yeah.
You
Well,
know she can't get pregnant back there.
well, I know.
What's
Well,
wrong
I'm
with
glad
you?
I did that night.
What kind of man are you?
She's
She's
never gonna
fucking
get
Mexican.
pregnant.
She can get pregnant back there. Don't fucking let it fool you.
They've bored holes out from the rectum into the ovaries. Do not read the DraftKings ad.
I just think it's a natural segue.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Because it was such a great close, right? The Mexican, she's Mexican, she can get pregnant in the ass. This football season, DraftKings.com could be crowning you its fantasy football millionaire. The winner of DraftKings Millionaire Grand Final gets $1 million. And if they're Mexican, they can get pregnant in the butt. DraftKings! This is the new, fun, anal pregnancy way to play fantasy football. It's one-day fantasy sports, not some drawn-out season-long league where you're not getting pregnant in the butt if you're Mexican. You can win serious Brazilian backdoor pregnancy Mexican ass cash every week. It's super easy. Easier than a grandma Mexican that you meet at Yankee Doodles in Hermosa Beach. Just select the right players and you could wake up tomorrow pregnant in the butt with hundreds, thousands, maybe even million butt babies in your backdoor wallet. True story. One Mexican lady got pregnant in her butt. Oh, this part's mandatory. Right now, my listeners get free entry into the Millionaire Grand Final. You enter Eddie. Spell it however you want, as long as you do it correctly. EDDIE. And that you can't spell Eddie without die at DraftKings.com for your free shot to be crowned a fantasy football millionaire. But you got to enter Eddie. That's ED die today at DraftKings.com. For details and your free entry, visit DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com. Mexican pregnant butts.
We just lost that client. No doubt about it.
DraftKings is done.
Done. You just Andy Dick that one.
Shat Kings.
Andy Dick, when we did
You got picked up by Shat Kings.
AdamandEve.com.
Adam and Eve dropped you because of Andy Dick.
Yeah, that
Doesn't make sense.
Adam and Eve like loved us, and then Andy Dick goes, "Oh, I used to do an ad for Adam and Eve. You're gonna lose them."
I did it for Adam and Steve.
And we go, "No, we're not. Everything's fine." He's like, "But that." And so every time we do the ad, he go, "They'll give you AIDS. Use any of their products.
They'll give you AIDS.
And they'll give you AIDS." And
If you go to DraftKings.com, you'll be cured of AIDS.
And the next day, we get a call. You lost them.
They're gone.
I'll bet you DraftKings is gone this week.
No, they've been with you for a while.
Not anymore.
They don't listen.
I've done some
Just give them the numbers.
Machete, when we have to do the air check, not that one. We'll do another one before
The
it.
fans love the DraftKings
Hopefully
ads.
DraftKings won't listen. And fans, don't fucking Wait, why did I cut this?
You're like, fans, here's an idea.
Cut this. They're awful.
And edit point.
Our fans, they're such reverse psychologies.
I never knew block user on Twitter until some of your fans started reaching out to me. I was like, all right, how do I stop this? Like some weird shit about my kid. I was like, block user. All right, that's Eddie. I know it's said in jest. Block user.
Oh, they're horrendous. But I love how they've picked up hashtag Oprah's nipple.
They've really ran with Oprah's nipple.
That's a great hashtag, by the way.
All we need is 1,200 people to hit it, like in a 6-hour period, and we trend.
Oh. Get on it, shitheads.
Yeah, no. How funny would that be? Because
all you need is 1,200 people. Can 600 people do it twice?
Yeah. And we'll fucking trend.
I might be able to help you with that.
You're a Twitter expert.
Yeah,
how many do you have?
Well, I co-run like 10 huge accounts.
How do you do that?
I don't even know how I fell into it.
He runs Twitter accounts.
As soon as you said fell into it, I just had a seizure and went back to that condo in Vegas.
Okay, back to she shit on your dick.
I thought, there's more?
Did she have diarrhea?
Turn the lights on.
Was
You
it
pull the condom
diarrhea?
off.
I'm freaking out. I'm like throwing the shitty sheets in the washer. And I remember
Burn them.
Was it on you? Was there feces on you?
There wasn't. I mean, it wasn't that much. I don't want you to think she just, it wasn't like an avalanche of diarrhea on me.
It was cute. It was a cute
It
amount.
was a little specks.
I remember saying, I'm like, you shit on me. You fucking shit on me. And I remember her just being so nonchalant and naked, like, it can happen. And I'm like, how many guys have you shat on?
Well, if you're eating Mexican food every day.
You didn't ask her that question, did you? Because the number will astound you.
I did ask her.
732.
You're my third today.
That's just in 2011. Don't act like this happened 10 years ago. This was 2011.
She planned this. You were a victim.
No, but here's the worst part. I don't fucking.
You fucked her again.
No, I don't talk to her again. She wouldn't stop texting me every time she'd visit Vegas. And then
This is why you moved to Venice.
I'm like, this grandma was harassing me. I had to be in a restraining order.
You blocked her.
She shot him. This is like 2005, 2006. This is all
We didn't
pre-Twitter.
know Twitter.
We
didn't know Twitter way back
Does she have a
then.
Twitter address now?
I haven't talked to her since. Oh no, she showed up. I was working that summer because I was a teacher at the time.
Oh, this is
Oh,
even better.
My God,
This
he's
just
a
got-
teacher.
This just
I'm
got
a former
awesome.
teacher. Yeah.
He's shaping and molding the minds of young
Of course
America.
he is. He's got a Hitler haircut.
Sure. They gave him a promotion. He made
like how your dog is just
$6,000 a
sticking-
year.
Sticking her ass right in my face.
Were you,
Well, you're the
she
one
heard
telling
the
the story. I know where you
really?
like
Another one?
She's like, I need some unclogging.
it. Hashtag Oprah's nipple.
So she kept, but that summer I was working at the Rio Hotel pool. Me and a few of my teacher buddies were like, let's just get a job.
The
at Life-
Rio's the blackest hotel in
It's so black.
Vegas.
That pool is black.
It wasn't. What do you mean? It's the black. There wasn't black people there.
Oh my God, Prince plays there.
That pool
Okay.
is like a struck match.
Prince isn't black.
God damn it! No, I've had enough.
Yeah,
It's one thing to say Michael Jackson isn't black, sir.
yeah, but Prince
is so black he's purple.
What do you mean? Though, if you been to the,
That's
I
the
see.
blackest. That's the known black.
Yeah, I
but the
just
pool,
stayed
stayed
there.
there.
in
I'm
Vegas.
saying the pool.
My last gig was in. They put me up at the Rio, and that hotel was like, it was like a black hole of terrible choices.
Is Penn and Teller still there?
There's just every food choice is like fried
Yes.
chicken.
You're saying I
soul
somehow
food.
missed this when I worked there the entire summer?
Yes.
I was just drunk the whole fucking
well, this
Yes.
is before Twitter
What, you were drunk from malt liquor.
and Hennessy.
Thug Passion was the #1 drink there.
We did have this guy who worked at the pool. He's named Gene, and my fucking racist friend from Cleveland. He just looking out.
I'm guessing Gene wasn't black.
No, Gene was definitely black. He was like the biggest.
Gene was a black guy?
Yeah, he's just like the biggest.
but he's racist.
No,
It was short for
my
Gene
friend. I'm talking
Quanda.
about Gene. I'm gonna tell you the story. What my friend said about Gene. Gene was a bus boy, or no, he's a bar back, and he's always
Yeah,
pushing.
why got to be a bus boy? Because he black. Not this close to Black Friday, bitch.
He was the back of the bus boy.
Why got to be the back of the bus?
You
back
guys,
of the
you guys
bus
do not
boy.
fuck around on this podcast. I love it. You guys just completely fucking go there.
Where?
Well, hashtag
Where?
go there.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Oprah's nipple.
Oprah's nipple.
Backspace. Hashtag go there.
Unclog
Gene
that
would always,
dirty
Gene would
Mexican
always be
asshole.
pushing around the big thing of ice, and my friend from Cleveland just goes, "Man, Gene would have made a great slave." And I was like, "He's like, is that
Now
offensive?"
that's too much.
Yeah, that's why would you go there?
That's.
Seriously.
I'm so
Andy.
sorry, but that's way too much.
I made a comment the other
You
day.
made
I
you
said-
made
I
some
said-
clever plays on words.
I said I would love to have
But
a
this-
No, but I said I would love to have a slave yesterday, and some guy yells, "You better be careful where you say that." And I was like, "You're white. Shut up."
It's always the white person overcompensating.
And I said to him, I go, "How do you know I don't want a white slave? Because I do. Because they'll work harder."
I want it. I want an Asian girl slave.
Oh, I would want. If
And by
I thought
one,
all Asian girls were slaves.
I was on my honeymoon,
Just want a half a
and
dozen.
the people there were making like $1 an hour, and it was awesome. And they were working for me, and I realized right then I could own a plantation. This
Yeah.
is awesome to have cheap
of
labor,
just Asian girls.
like cheap labor. You know what's better than cheap labor?
Well, I mean, Nike and
Free
Adidas
labor.
figured it out. They all figured it out.
Oh yeah, Indonesia, go
I
there.
mean, just fucking.
All you do is go, "Hey, work here. We'll put your house on stilts."
You guys, I saw the movie 12 Years a Slave, and I don't think this is very funny because that movie was really fucking long and painful to watch.
Have you
Not
really
as
seen
painful as Black Nativity.
what?
What's Black Nativity?
Oh, it's a movie musical starring Nas and Mary J. Blige. And
Well, you had me at Nas and Mary J. Blige.
And Forrest Whitaker going, I don't really want the Oscar nomination for The Butler. He's never going to get it because of
You
Black
can't
Nativity.
do a show here without talking about The Butler.
Lee Daniels, The Butler. Feel good movie of the year. That was the best movie of the year.
Machete, how long have we gone on
Behind
this episode?
Gravity.
Oh, we're an hour. Can we end
And
it?
Captain Phillips.
All right. And so if we finish the shit story, is there any more to it?
I mean, yeah, I think there's no more. There's no more to it.
It's it?
Was that the last time you fucked her? No, you fucked her again, right?
No, that was a lot. I told you, she showed up. She kept texting me. I was ignoring her.
No.
And I'm like, this chick is crazy. And she ended up. I was an idiot again. She knew I was working at the Rio Hotel, and I told her I was out of town that weekend. She showed up with friends, and I'm sitting on. I'm like, we're all like teacher, like lifeguards for the summer, just some jerk off job. She showed up with her friends, and I got off the lifeguard stand, and she like approached me in front of people, and she's like, "You said you were out of town," and I'm thinking, Like, whoa, she had no shame. Like, you fucking shit on my dick.
Sure. You had that over her.
And you and she still showed up like, you're blowing
Did you have
me off?
Did you have the megaphone? Like, get out of the deep end. You should have been like,
I'm like,
shit on my dick.
shitter. We have a shitter. Security.
You had to kick her out of the pool.
When I was a lifeguard, we used to call black people that came to the beach sinkers.
Black people hate water.
They really do. It
They
just
prefer
doesn't-
Gatorade. So, what were you teaching when the summer was over?
Or strawberry and
I
lemonade.
taught for 1 year right out of college. That was it.
What-
English.
In what year? How old were the kids?
8th grade in high school.
Oh, okay. So they're pretty much pricks at that age.
I taught in the ghetto, like the worst area
Of Vegas, right?
It was all black and Latino kids. I had like no white kids.
Well, you said ghetto.
Yeah, we didn't think there were any white kids in there.
Just
white,
implied.
white kids all have.
Well, there
money.
was one kid. He was a
Yeah,
really good
yeah,
rapper.
yeah,
His name was Eminem.
no, there was. There was the one little kid who was like wanted to be black so hard. I'm like, stop watching 8 Mile, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking,
it's not going to happen.
It's not happening.
Only
You're a
happens
piece of
one
shit.
time.
Right.
One
Eminem.
moment. One moment. One
You only
time.
get one shot.
one shot.
There's fucking vomit on my sweater.
Spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti. My arms are sweaty.
Chris Wylde, what's your Twitter?
At Chris Wylde says.
At Chris. Guess what? Our next episode's you're the guest, and Andy Ruther's the co-host.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. I'm just ready to answer questions, hard-hitting questions.
All right, we're gonna have a lightning round. We're gonna have
great.
we're gonna play. Oh, we should. What's that game we used to play all the time? Do we have that?
Connect 4.
Something like that. What was it called? Loaded questions. There's just these horrible questions. Like, if you were gonna kill one person in the room,
Right.
who is it, and why would you do it?
Andy, the story. Second, you, the email.
Really? The
Third.
email wasn't
Third.
worse than the
Third.
story?
Yourself.
Third, your wife, the bullshit Christmas tree.
She's gonna be mad.
Fourth, Lachlan Patterson. I'll find him and I'll kill him.
Just for being good looking.
I'm just gonna hold him under the water until the water fills up his lungs, like a black guy swims.
He said the other day, I was talking about like how you can't be in shape on stage, like doing comedy, because I automatically look at a guy if he is in shape and I see him on stage, I'm like, get the fuck off stage, you're
Yeah.
not funny.
Nobody
and
gives a
Lachlan
shit
goes,
about you,
Lachlan
good-looking
goes,
guy.
how do you think it is with this?
He's fully aware of it.
Oh, he knows how
Yeah.
good looking he is.
Well, of course he is. He was saying that they were. What was he telling me? That they were promoting him, like on one show on the road. How like the good-looking comic, and he's like, these chicks show up and they're all like yelling at me, and I'm like trying to do jokes. And I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Poor
you.
you.
You got all these fucking hot chicks yelling your name, and you can't get through your fucking routine.
Yeah, if they only knew how small his dick was. All right, thanks for listening. Chris Wylde says,
At Chris Wylde says,
or DraftKings.com.
or just go to DraftKings.com. Every third Mexican will have a butt pregnancy.
The code word is shitting grandma, and you will get a coupon, right?
You gotta put in Eddie, but you can't spell Eddie without die. D-I-E. E-D-D-I-E.
And Andy, you have 10 Twitter accounts.
Well, my personal one is just at AndyRuther.com. Or I'm
Hashtag-
sorry, just at Andy Ruther.
And just send a message, but only just put hashtag Oprah's nipple.
Yeah. And I get called a faggot every day. I've got so much love last
Well,
week.
you shouldn't have given me your number.
Yeah. And when a guy's fucking you, usually that's what they do. That's what they say.
It was actually a she-male. That's actually the true story, guys.
Did you get fucked by a she-male?
Yeah, she was a she-male.
All right, that'll be the next episode.
I fucked that little gay British diver. I fucked him in his beautiful
What happened
mouth.
to your
You
finger?
fucked
That
him to
looks
come out.
horrible.
Oh man, it's really fucking reacting negatively.
You think?
Oh my
I gotta
God.
redress this bandage.
Oh.
This is a bagel cutting accident.
Oh,
It's very Hollywood.
That's what you get for hanging out with the Jews.
I know. Like I should have a fucking Asian girl slave cutting my bagels for me. And then if she gets a wound like this, I'll put my dick in it.
All right,
Looks
thank you.
awful.
And check out the site eddietalkinshit.com. Thanks for listening. Fuckheads or shitheads or whatever your name is. Whatever. Thanks for listening. And next episode, just listen again because it's these guys again. Goodbye. Tell me when. Do we take a break? You want to upload that or whatever?